Hey everyone, this is Bianca. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be creating this DIY. It's very easy and simple. I'm also going to show you how to apply farmhouse wording or signs onto really anything that you would like. So let's go ahead and get started, and then I will show you the items you need. Okay, for this DIY, you are going to need as many glass containers or vases as you want and need. Any size that you want as well. It's honestly up to you. So what I want to use is a big vase and 2 small mason jars. And then I am going to paint with my gray paint. It is called Pebble Gray by Glidden. This is the same paint that I use in my living room and in my kitchen. I'm just going to use that and my chalk paint to paint the vase and the mason jars. And then you are going to need, for the DIY wording on this vase, you are going to need some printing paper, wax paper, and just some tape to tape the wax paper on the printing paper so you can transfer it onto the vase. And I'm going to be using some moss, my hot glue gun, just to add some greenery to these mason jars. But you can honestly put whatever you want in them, whatever you like, flowers. I need greenery on my fireplace, so that's why I'm using the moss, and then I'm going to have some green stems for this. So you want to start off by protecting the area where you're painting, which is, I'm painting on my island. So I just put a towel, an old towel, like I always do. I'm gonna start off by painting the mason jars and the vase gray, and then I'll let it dry and then do some chalk paint on it and kind of distress it a little bit. So I'm gonna just take off this middle part. So you're just gonna take, this is how they usually come, and then this part comes out. So I don't need this because I'm gonna be putting some moss. Okay, so now just let them dry. It shouldn't take that long because I just did one thin coat, and then we will put the chalk paint over that. Okay, so now that it has dried with the gray paint, I'm going to use my white chalk paint and go over it and then let it dry again, and then we will be applying the wording on top. I'm gonna go ahead and just go over it one more time with this brush. I already washed it with that gray paint, and just finish it up like that. Okay guys, so once the vase is done drying, what I want you to do is, down the description box, you will see the farmer's market link there. And this is where I got it from Sweet Inspirations by JP Designs. I found her on Pinterest. She has this farmer's market sign that we are going to use. Now, just remember, you just right click, save image, and you can just save it to your computer. So that is how you do that. And remember, you have to get it backwards. So even if you don't want this wording, all you have to do is go to Google, farmhouse, I'm doing this with one hand, so sorry about that. Farmhouse printables reversed. You have to get it reversed because you're gonna be putting it on the base, and it has to be backwards, so when you put it on there, it'll really be the right way. So just do that, and this is what's gonna pop up. Go to images, and you'll see quite a few of them, and just try to get them in black if you can, because it just goes on easier. If you don't want that wording, you can do this, but if you do want the wording, then in the description box there will be the link there. Okay, so in order to put it on the vase, this blogger on here, she printed it out on wax paper and then applied it. So I'm gonna do something like that. I'm gonna do a little bit different just because I found it easier for me. This is my piece of paper. You can take any printing paper, cut off a piece of wax paper. I hope you can see it well, but I didn't cover the whole paper because this is like my 4th time printing it out, and I did mess up quite a few times. Cut a piece and put it in the center because that's how small we're gonna do it. And you can do whatever size you want, but I would recommend doing it about this size right here. You need to tape the wax paper on your printer paper. So once you open it, you want to go to the top and click print. Once that opens, you see how the farmer's market sign is covering almost the whole paper? You don't want that because you only want it to cover that little piece of wax paper. So in order to do that, you just want to put scale, and then I believe I put 65, and that's how it will come out, and that's about how big you want it. Okay, so take your paper, the wax side up, okay, and then we're gonna go ahead and push print. It comes out like that, and now let's go and apply it to the vase. Be very careful not to touch this, and when you turn it around and set it on the vase, just do it very slowly because you don't want it to go everywhere and you want it to be straight. So I found it easier to lay it down. Okay, so once they've dried, what I'm going to do now is just put this floral foam. Thank God I only had like a little bit left, but I had enough to finish doing what I need to do with this. So I'm just gonna stick this kind of like that and then put the moss all around it.